that somehow influenced everything that we observed in nature. A 500-foot wooden boat, 8 zookeepers for 14,000 individual animals.
At the Creation Museum, we're only too willing to admit our beliefs based upon the Bible, but we also teach people the difference between beliefs and what one can actually observe and experiment with in the present. I believe we're teaching people to think critically and to think in the right terms about science. I believe it's the creationists that should be educating the kids out there, because we're teaching them the right way to think. You know, we admit our origins of historical science is based upon the Bible, but I'm just challenging evolutionists to admit the belief aspects of evolution and be upfront about the difference here. Actually, well, they sort of acknowledge the difference between historical and observational science. Here is an earth science textbook that's used in public schools, and the examples I gave you of Dr. Damadian or Dr. Stuart Burgess or Dr. Pavich, and we can be investigating this calm from that.
Don't know. This is a great mystery. A dear friend of mine is a neurologist. She studies.
We are standing on millions of layers of ancient life. How could those animals have lived their entire life and formed these layers in just 4,000 years? There isn't enough time since Mr. Ham's flood for this limestone that we're standing on to have come into existence.
Science.
All right. We're back to you, Mr. Nye. How do you...
And what can you prove? What you have done tonight is spent most of it, all the time, coming up with explanations about the past.
We see, like in the book of Hebrews, made from things that are unseen. An infinite creator God who created universe, created matter, the energy, space, mass, time, universe.
I thought it was fantastic. I mean, I thought both of them presented very good arguments. Obviously, I'm a little partial towards the Bill Nye perspective as a graduate student myself. But I think they did a fantastic job outlining their own arguments without getting a little too heated, as these debates tend to get.
The point that has to be made that really wasn't, though, that I'd like to have seen more, is that to understand that evolution is faith. It's simply humanism. So
Science and historical science, they arbitrarily define science as naturalism and outward as supernatural. They present molecules to man evolution.
yes, I do, because the Bible is self-proclaiming. It claims that the God, the person who, the only person who would have known what happened, wrote that book. God wrote 66 books and he delivered it to us. And we can count on everything he says to be absolutely true.